My name is Katie Vogel, and I'm an alumna of chicagoland and Tel Aviv-Yafo from the Coexistence track, which I did in 2010 to 2011.
My name is Molly Flink, and I did the Nativ College Leadership Program in 2004-2005.
Well, hello there. My name's Elizabeth Weiner, and I did Career Israel in 2008.
Hi, I'm Nicole Miller, and I did Otzma from 2008 to 2009.
My name is Marcy Fiedler, and I studied abroad at Hebrew University in Jerusalem in the fall semester of 2004. Moned Vakasha. This is a good tip. Always ask the cab driver to put on the moned, or the meter, when you get into a cab.
A great word to know is balagan.
Hakol stay there. It's all good that that lady cut in front of me in the produce line and knocked me over with my groceries. Hakol stay there. Klali, the insurance company, sent over a Russian-speaking doctor, and we're translating through the phone. Hakol stay there. I don't have bus change, but someone on the bus is going to give it to me.
Another great word to know is gamal.
The most important phrase in Hebrew for me when I was in Israel was falafel im hummus. Don't forget it.
Is getting on a bus at the central bus station between cities. So if I was going from Jerusalem to Tel Aviv or Tel Aviv to Haifa, is really so don't quite understand the concept of a line. So you just, no matter what time you get there, whether you show up right before or you've been there for half an hour, you just need to really advocate for yourself and push, and it's okay, it's part of the culture, don't feel bad, and you just have to really push to get on the bus, and it'll be worth it because then you'll have a seat for your bus.
I'd have to say the most difficult multicultural difference for me was that Israelis can be really straightforward, and they'll tell you how it is, and you've got to be prepared for that because that's just the way
The most ridiculous or difficult cultural difference to get past would be the fact that feral cats are like
Getting onto buses in Israel, everyone's pretty aggressive. You have to push through all the old ladies and soldiers to get on.
While being in Israel is great, there's some American products that I really loved. So when I went to Israel, you know, I made sure I brought my favorite kind of peanut butter, Luna bars, just the things that you love from America that will get you through the year and help you enjoy Israel more. I just would urge you to bring. Peanut butter can be really expensive, and that's something that I really like. Any American products that you really like will be harder to get there. So just make sure you stock up on your most important things.
You're not Israeli until you've had a fight with someone in a government ministry.
You're not Israeli until you've sat on the floor of a public bus or stood smacked up against other people on a public bus for at least an hour between cities.
My advice for future participants is if you're on a program with people from all over the world is really get to talk to them about how being Jewish is in their hometown community. It was amazing getting to talk to people from Brazil and Argentina and Canada and England and South Africa, and I learned so much about Jews around the world.
My advice for you would be to write a blog during the time that you are in Israel. It's a great thing to look back on several years later and laugh about.
My advice for you as you're about to start your Masa program is to really utilize your time wisely. Something that I did when I was on Nativ, I had free weekends on my program, and every weekend I went to a different city and I stayed with a friend or a family friend or a friend of a friend of a friend or just someone random who decided to host me. People are really hospitable in Israel, which is great. And it was just an amazing way to see the country and get to see different places and experience it through the eyes of Israelis. So I would just really urge you, instead of staying on your base or kind of staying in your apartment, really venture out, explore the different cities, and get to know the country because there's a lot to offer.
I think that all participants, all Olim, should really go to Israel with their eyes as open as possible and be able to ask difficult questions and to be able to really soak up everything that Israeli society has to offer you, the good, the bad, and the ugly, and the crazy. I think that it's also really important for you to try to build as much of a basis of Hebrew skills as you possibly can before you get on the El Al flight. The more that you take with you in terms of language, the more that you're going to be able to build off of, and that's really how you assimilate into Israeli society.